See you back in paradise, Kaidmon. Kaidmon.
Got those assholes to save and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're better off than I was.
Alright. I'll take that. Yoink. Filling up on some potions. Ooh, stuff behind. How do we get in there? Right through here, probably? Oh, no, never mind. Well played. Oh, you did good. You did good. It's hard to guess,
Like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand.
guess where people are from based on an accent.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle.
I imagine the Oracle has something to do with that creepy statue we saw before. Maybe we should take a look.
Yeah, we'll take a look, don't we? History of the Living Lands 1 tells me that there's more of those, so we can wait until we gather a few more of them. I can be quite generous, yes, but no, I would struggle as well. I would definitely struggle. And it's not like I have a very, at least I don't think I have a very strong Norwegian accent, so on my English. I hope not, anyway. Keep missing. Okay, now he's gone. Now he's dead. There's a chest up there. Guys, I want it. Oh! Did it. Did it. How about you then, my friend? Well, don't dox yourself if you don't want to, of course. Where are you joining us from? Inquisitor's request. Captain Yeda, the relic you seek is but one of the many thorns in the rotten heart of this land. Claim it for Ada, and should its efficacy be confirmed, you will be appropriately rewarded. Inquisitor Ludwin.
We might be on the right track.
We might.
Someone's up ahead. Keep your eyes open.
What is that supposed to be? It's like it's hooked up to some electricity or something.
My sister. Can it be? It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamis, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
You named yourself after one of the early figures in Aethasian scriptures?
Then Sargamis spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargamis. Though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Harmka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone.
Did you build... You're really a godlike.
I am as you are, though I do not care for the word. Aethys the Dawn Treader is my lord and patron. If you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised to meet you here. Even before the vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Galawain came to speak with me. And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours.
That's because I'm not a godlike of Galawain.
Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Galawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you.
Galawain is the god of the hunt, assassins, pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures. Yeah. Truthfully, I don't know which god is my patron.
My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you?
So here we have a chance to like create some of our own backstory. They kept their distance. I think I frightened them.
Yes, as it was with me.
I heard there was a temple of Aethys in this cave.
Be welcome, for you have found it. People like you and I once sought this place in moments of spiritual turmoil, when the world and our souls could not find rest. Moments of war, famine, massacres, when those such as us are called upon to speak the gods' wills and to lead. But I have seen not one of us these last 3 years, and it is rare indeed that pilgrims come to pray. Perhaps our meeting now is the work of immortal hands. I pray that it is so.
Why would godlikes visit this temple and not the temples of their patron god?
Godlike. Such a meager word for us, who are the gods' eyes and ears and hearts. We are the phenomena through which the gods experience the world. We are as like the gods as a finger is like a man. You and I and our raptured brethren, we are the gods themselves.
That's all very poetic, but it doesn't answer the question. Is this place special to godlikes?
It had been once, when we were legion, but no longer. Our kind came here to find fellowship and understanding, in a world determined to bend us to its purposes.
I've wondered what purpose the Emperor had in naming me his envoy.
This is a heavy burden you carry. To be beloved of both a god and a god among men. I imagine one cannot help but wonder. Did he elevate you for your skills and knowledge? Your strengths? Your accomplishments? Or for what you are? You and I are instruments of a divine will. In choosing you to be his envoy, your Emperor ennobles his purpose and tarnishes yours.
Did you build the statue?
Indeed. It has been my obsession these last few years. Hewn by my own hands from stone in Ardra, and no small degree of melancholy. I suspect it will be my last great labor before this body is returned to the earth, and I am returned to my god.
Are you dying?
If I am, it is from an affliction that death will not cure. But no, sister, I am only very old. My light is waning. As Aethys' essence leaves the world, I am leaving with him. His essence has kept me alive for centuries, and soon we will enter the longest night.
Why did the gods vanish godlikes from the worlds?
There are many theories, which the holy and learned of Eora have only just begun to argue. But you did not ask me for theories. Frankly, I do not know for certain. However, I believe the gods are preparing for war.
Oh, you mean why he called me sister? Oh, it's just because we are both godlikes. Probably the last remaining. I believe the gods are preparing for war. A war against Kith.
A war of all against all. A struggle between destiny and design. Who yokes the soul of the world? Whose machinations turn the wheel? Who acts and whom is acted upon? That is the ultimate power, sister. The only power there is. To decide the fate of another, and to make it so. For so long as we have lived, it is the gods who have decided for us. But change is possible, if we are brave enough to want it. And Kith have lately grown very brave indeed.
Yeah, the wheel is Bereth's wheel. Refers to the cycle of reincarnation. Bereth, goddess of cyclical death, churns departed souls through the process of cleansing and rebirth so they might live again. You mentioned you're very old.
Indeed, my soul has dwelled in this form for centuries, beyond even the lifespan of the longest-lived elf. My lord Aethys inspired my birth in the same year the kingdom of Adir was founded. You might say my birth heralded the empire you now serve.
That was over 600 years ago.
About 630, yes. Give or take a decade. One does lose count.
Hey, Palm. Welcome. You're gonna stay at school again today and trigger the silent alarm? You must have witnessed some unbelievable things.
Many, yes. Some that inspired awe. Others dread. For a time, I proselytized among the colonists who first settled Eir Glanfath. I held the door of my parish church against an onslaught of Glanfathan raiders, and I watched them fall prostrate before my light. I tended the wounded in the broken stone war, the war of black trees, the war of defiance, and in many wars that were never given the dignity of a name, and since have been forgotten. I can hardly recall them anymore.
My stream froze at some point and you locked in on getting some stuff rendered. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't care if you swear, as long as it's nothing disrespectful or anything, then that's fine. We are an 18+ stream, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You spent a long time in the Deerwood. What made you stay?
The Deerwood has been a troubled place since the very moment of its inception. Conflicts erupted as regularly as spring flowers, to bloom and die as swiftly. So, there is always some dark corner in need of light, if you'll indulge me in the metaphor. Truthfully, I had been jailed for proselytizing in Colklin, and it was to the colonies I was exiled. So it was the Deerwood or death. I had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, that cracked me up as well. Diagnosed with Aussie. For a second I was wondering, do you mean like autism or something? But no, it's just being diagnosed with Australian, I guess. Did you ever meet Saint Waydwin?
Is that what they're calling him now? I heard the man that was Waydwin speak when
Waydwin, sorry, my bad.
he had a presence even then. Furious, incandescent. It was astonishing, his power. I wonder, had my lord already made a home in his body by then? Did my lord share with Waydwin his plans to wage a pointless, bloody war while wearing the poor man's face? What a grave injustice. To have your body stolen and be made into a saint. Tragic Waydwin. Pitiable Waydwin. I grieve for what became of him.
That's what it's called now. Autism. Do you wish it had been you who was made a saint?
God help me. I do.
Huh. Why haven't you died yet then?
That is a question for my lord. I have asked him many times. But even when he spoke to me, he would not say. I suspect it is his essence that has kept me alive. And now that he has abandoned this world, well, I soon expect to die.
Aeth has talked to you.
In prayer, in dreams, as I ate and loved and labored, his voice was a constant murmuring in my ear. But when I spoke to him, he never did reply. So, do not mistake his talking for a conversation. He only wanted to be heard.
Are you afraid to die?
Not anymore.
Why would you tell me all this?
Because you are my sister. And I want someone to know.
I've been hearing a voice in my head since I arrived on this island. Could it be my god?
I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and mind before, well, before we even have a notion of I at all. I am sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god?
Not necessarily. Well, it will be a relief to finally know who I am.
I am afraid that not even your god may tell you that. Answering that question is the soul's true purpose. It is the work of your life. And I suspect neither you nor I will ever know for certain. We can only remain open to curiosity and willing to be surprised.
If it's not my god, I don't know what else it could be.
Other than a symptom of madness, you mean? You do not seem especially troubled. No more than any kith subject to life's uncertainties. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. It may be a particularly powerful soul attempting to control you, or the echoes of a past life. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithin make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is, I suspect only an expert in souls can say.
Well, we tried to talk to her, but she didn't know. I'm looking for an expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way?
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
You really expect me to believe you haven't seen them? There's only one way through this place. They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here. No.
It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters. To read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know?
They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here.
Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
What is this relic exactly?
The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power.
Ooh.
To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice.
Where'd you keep the relic? I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right, here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
Okay. I'll return shortly.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
I'm gonna go and touch your statue. Okay. No, I'm not going to. Don't worry. Yeah, still no watermelon. That sucks. Could I have a look around? Oh, nice. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, it's barred.
The bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the relic.
Roots clogging up this tunnel. Almost like they're reaching for something. I see light. I think we can swim through.
Yeah, no worries. We can do it. See if there's anything in this room. Okay. Oh. Well, that didn't do what I was hoping. Because that's not the one we need to hit, is it? No. It is not. That's the one. What a nice library. Filled with spoilers.